A portion of the Road to Indy Series has been renamed the USF Pro Championships. Now, the USF Pro Championships will encompass 3 of the lower series on what was known as the Road to Indy. The USF Juniors, the USF 2000, and what was formerly known as Indy Pro 2000 will now become USF Pro 2000. These 3 series will all be presented by Cooper Tires. There are 2 reasons why this change needed to be made. In 2022, IndyCar and Penske Entertainment took over the operations of the Indy Lights series. In 2023, Indy Lights is going to operate with Firestone tires. Now, it's difficult to have the Road to Indy series presented by Cooper Tires when Cooper Tires will not be on the Indy Lights. So the renaming of the USF Pro Championships presented by Cooper Tires gives respect to the major sponsor of the USF Pro Championships. This second part is to clarify the overall process and path that drivers will go through. They'll start at the USF Juniors. That will now be officially part of the USF Pro Championships. It was a startup series last year. The USF Juniors will have a scholarship, and that scholarship will lead drivers to the USF 2000 series, which used to be the starting rung of the Road to Indy series. USF 2000 drivers will graduate to USF Pro 2000, what was formerly the Indy Pro 2000. Better get used to saying USF in the upcoming season. Andersen Promotions is still going to be operating the USF Pro Championships, and they have reiterated that the scholarship program will remain in place. Earlier this year, they announced that the Skip Barber Racing School will now be the official school of the USF Pro Championship Series, and that there will be a scholarship paid out to the Formula Car winner of that championship. In the announcement, it indicated that there still will be a scholarship payout from USF Pro 2000, what was Indy Pro, to Indy Lights. But I'll be interested to see what that payout actually is, because here you have a series and a sponsor that's going to pay out a scholarship for someone to go race in someone else's series. So it'll be interesting to see what that scholarship amount is and whether or not Indy Lights supplements part of that in order for drivers to get a scholarship to move from the USF Pro Championships to Indy Lights. We already know that there were some cuts that were made in 2022 to the Indy Lights scholarship, moving drivers to the NTT IndyCar Series. So a lot to be seen as to how this all plays out. 33 Dreams of Indy will be attending the Chris Griffiths Memorial Test that takes place at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we'll get more information about this new structure of the Road to Indy and some more of the details, so stay tuned. With this announcement, there's a couple things that I will be interested in seeing. One is the USF Juniors Championship. This is going to move from what was the F4 car, for all practicality, to a Tatis chassis that will be similar in the components to what's being used in USF 2000 and Indy Pro 2000. But there's not a lot of teams that I've heard of talking about being involved with USF Juniors right away. It was easier to do when there were the F4 cars for drivers and teams to be able to run in both championships, the F4 championship and the USF Juniors that Matt Clark took the championship for. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not there is a car count there. Also, with Cape Motorsports moving from USF 2000 up to Indy Lights, what teams, what organizations are going to backfill within the USF Pro Championships at all 3 levels. That'll be very interesting to see, and we'll get more indication of this at the Fall Combine in Indianapolis. So the schedule for the series will be coming out very soon. Again, we hope to get more information in the coming weeks. With our trip to Indianapolis, we hope that there'll be more information that we'll be able to determine at that time about the championship, and also start to be able to put together some team counts, car counts, and drivers that will be participating. It's always interesting to see within the fall combine the testing as to which drivers are trying out with which teams, which have already signed agreements. It's always a little bit of the clarification to silly season for what was known as the Road to Indy Series, now the USF Pro Championships, got to get used to saying that, and the Indy Lights that will be taking to the track next Friday. So what do you think of the rebranding, the renaming? Love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment, drop us a line, and look forward to more coverage coming up with the USF Pro Championships and Indy Light Championships in 2023 here on 33 Dreams of Indy.